locals get around the island. Here to my right, folks, on the side of this building, the marine artist Wyland has painted a mural of our coral reef. Spot the sea turtles, the dolphins, angelfish and sharks, and it wraps around the other side with the manta ray. And we did not even get our butt. On my left on the corner, just across the street, is the Red Doors. Built in 1868. That is the very last standing of the wood cigar factory. And you remember that earlier story, we had hundreds on the island at one time. And this one has been beautifully restored for small businesses. A glance up there to the rooftop, you'll view those box-like structures. Those are named ship scuttles. A ship scuttle built into the deck of a sailboat is dropped open to bring cool air in. And incorporated into the roofs of the conkhouses, they can prop them open to let the hive air come. Quiet area through the block, be right back.
The moss.
And folks, those quiet areas were for concerned citizens who just wanted to be not to clang the bells, whistles, and horns as we went by. Thank you, folks. Ahead and to my left, the white picket fence that has the coconut palms over the top. Please glance back to our octagon house. It'll be white with light blue trim, but we'll have 8 bays, doors, and windows
wow.
at each level.
That's cool.
Now that is a classic of a classic white. You guys still awake back there? Just checking. Was my sister Pat, that's her apartment there to the left. That was her wake-up call. Come on, sis, get up and go to work. The day is almost over. We'll wait for
Oh, there's more roosters.
And for everyone, I do hope you're enjoying this portion of your tour with Glenn on train 107. And guys, just so you know, we have about 15 minutes remaining. We're cruising right along here. And when we complete the tour, we'll be at our station. There is a gift shop there with bathrooms inside. You get refreshments like key lime pie on a stick and bottled water. And that is where you'll get your return shuttle back to your ships. You remember the last shuttle, 10 p.m. tonight? We'll leaving that station every 15 minutes. Once again, just about 3/4 of the way completed your tour. On my right in the corner is the Key West Federal Quarter. Take a good look. It's built entirely of our fossilized East coral. In fact, if you were to dig beneath the street right here, that would be the type of limestone or coral. Key West and many of the Florida Keys were formed 15,000 years ago. During the Wisconsin Ice Age, the glaciers were full of salt water. They exposed those. And we're now cruising along here on Simonton Street, named for Mr. John Simonton. He was the first American owner of this island. He had purchased this property from Juan Pablo Salas, a Spanish military officer, who had received the island as a prize from Spain in 1815. In 1821, when Florida was ceded to the Union, Mr. Salas became nervous of his American land holdings.
Look at this door.
He'd
It's
run
got
into
pants
John
on.
Simonton, a businessman in Mobile, Alabama, who owned a large abandoned store. They struck a deal. The island was sold for $2,000. Not a bad price. Mr. Simonton did the land survey and plat maps for Old Town, so we can blame him for our terror. Here to my left, flying the Jolly Rogers, is the Pirate Soul Museum. Stop on in and find Blackbeard thinking about retired by Spain, France, the United States, and England. Well, these privateers no longer had jobs. But they still enjoyed attacking and sinking merchant vessels. So, they simply became the pirates of the Caribbean. The Jean Lafitte, Blackbeard, Henry Morgan of the British flag ships would attack the cargo ships entering the Key West harbor and burn them. The United States Navy sent down Commodore Porter to chase those pirates away. And once the pirates were gone, Key West flourished and became incorporated as a city in 1818, almost 100 years before the city of Miami was even built. And here to my right, folks, at the end of this little alley, that is the Mallory Square, where a world-famous sunset celebration takes place. You can see everybody starting to queue up down there already, although the sun doesn't set for another hour yet. They get an early start. Maybe they're going to get there for the second one. Here to my right, at the end of this next lane, the white building with the blue trim is the Key West Aquarium, the very first tourist attraction on the island, with over 600 varieties.
Right down there, Josh.
I had it to my right, the red brick structure with all the statues in front. That is our Key West Custom House, built of the Romanesque Revival style of architecture. And that's that beautiful arch design, the Romanesque style. And on my right in the corner with the cannon in front, my favorite museum, this is the Mel Fisher Treasure Exhibit. On display inside, over $400 million of Spanish gold, emerald, and silver from the wrecked galleons and coaches in Santa Margarita. During the tour, they let you hold one of the gold bars. The only catch, you must give it back. And here to my right, just one block behind the white cement wall, is President Harry S. Truman's little White House museum. President Truman loved Key West. He spent 11 working holidays here. It stated that the only things worth learning, we learn after we know everything. To my right, the green presidential gates. These would only open for those visiting U.S. presidents.
Wow.
Let's hear it to those guys. Let's wave that flag. Love it. And here to my left above the white cement wall, one of the oldest trees on the island, a magnificent banyan. This is a member of the ficus tree family, and they're native to Bangladesh. So check out these aerial roots. They form new trunk structures. That tree is 132 years old. It was planted the same year the houses were built. There's a sign out front. That's how we know. And here to my right, set back from the roadway, the Key West Post Office. In keeping with the historical theme of Old Town, it resembles the federal prisons of the 1800s. In the front, note the arches with the black wrought iron bars. Those would be the prison cells. And on the rooftop, those are the gun turrets, or the Gatling guns. This was restored in 1986 by a local architect, Mr. Sonny McCoy. We went by his park a little earlier. On my right in the corner, just across the street, a popular photograph spot. Mile marker 0. Right there begins U.S. Highway 1. Then the road continues north to Fort Campaign. Makes Highway 1 the longest road in the U.S. So yes, a road out to an island in the middle of the ocean. Remember, we're connected to the mainland by Flatbush 42 bridges. The longest of those bridges is 7 miles long. It boats one person more than any other, helped to put this little island on the map for tourism.